as you peek out, you can see the rest of the theater there. And you can kind of just see from your peripheral vision that right there where the stage is, like Malignio is on stage with a couple of different children. There's one very, very close to him that he's like doing a scene with, that he's like holding her, you know? So we've got a little bit of beep, boop, beep. An image here for you guys of that. So this would be a little bit akin to where the theater is. There's a couple kids like standing around, and there are some little chairs and stuff there, kind of just outside of where you can see them, but you can see it's lavishly decorated still. And Malignio is in the center with this young girl, and he's kind of holding on to her, and he now is brandishing that knife again, and he has it in his hand, and he's kind of doing a scene that sounds kind of like a lover's quarrel type thing. So he's doing like a very high theater sort of idea. And he's like, but I'll kill myself just to prove how much that I love you. And I'll kill anyone else who ever tries to split us back up. What say ye, my love? And she's just like, I don't want to play this anymore. And he's just like, you'll do what you're told and you'll say your lines or else. And she's like, yes, prove your love for me. You know. The rest.
Oh my god.
The rest of the kids out in the crowd all look like they're confused. They're like, the story sucks. We don't know what's going on, but it's scary and weird, and we don't like it anymore. And that, occasionally there are
fuck that.
Like some of the groups of kids have like a parent that's like with them, and every time a kid tries to get up, it kind of like and pushes the kid back down into the chair or keeps them from leaving, as does Rinverhi, who is blocking the main doorway. And any kid who kind of runs out that way, Rinverhi grabs them and like pushes them back towards the center pews, where they kind of go and sit back down, sniveling and being like,
oh, buds. Okay. Yeah, with Nick still on my shoulder.
Oh, sorry.
Go on. No,
I was just asking, like, are the Nyx and Rinverhis, like, they're also postured the same way? Like, just uncomfortable,
they have
and they
this
have
kind of like
creepy smiles?
Look to him.
Ugh.
Okay.
Very, very terrible.
Okay. So, all right. With Nyx on my shoulder, can I see Nyx from where I am? Well, I did see her. So,
yes.
Like she's chilling out in that hallway there.
It's like Nox, right?
And I'm peeking. Yeah.
It's Nox, exactly. That's Nox.
Nox.
And it's Nox and RinBarely.
Yeah, barely. I think Kay has moved back towards like the screen where there's kind of like this gap in the wall. And he's gonna like kind of like peek and like hold Nyx out so she can see her body that is being puppeted, and just, there you are, right there. I can't exactly go out there and grab her, but we have a couple options. I can try to put on that similar puppet act and try to get her to come over here, or I think you can do what you do best, Nyx, and sneak.
Yes. Okay.
Do you want to do that?
Let's do this.
Okay. And very, very gingerly, Kay is going to like crouch down and set Nyx down on the floor and just go with grace, Nyx. See you momentarily.
Bye. And then she
Bye. And just like stands up and just like still peeking around the corner, like watching her go.
All right, roll a stealth check real quick, Cipher.
All right.
For Nyx there.
Stealth. Still. Yeah. Okay. Woo. 25.
Okay, so you managed to slip underneath the screen and get out kind of into the main part of the theater, but you're still somewhat obscured from the stage and the children at this point. As that's happening, and Kenopsia has kind of just helped you like sneak in through there. Kenopsia, you kind of look over in your peripheral vision and you see that Malignio is holding that girl in the knife, but he like sees you standing like on the side of the stage there. And he's kind of giving you this look like, what are you doing?
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna pretend I'm normal. I'm cool. Nothing as strange has happened to me. I am very normal. I'm Kenopsia still. I am not Kenopsia. Smile. So I guess should I roll deception? Do you want me to roll deception?
Yeah, if you're gonna try to pretend to be the Carrionette, yes.
Okay, I can do that. 24.
Okay, that's not bad. So yeah, he's looking over at you and you're just kind of like
Just do the robot.
Yeah.
And he kind of gestures, like Malignio gestures like this, like he's like get back there, you know.
I toddle my ass away. And I come back over to Xiang and I'm gonna stand over next to it, just like da. And just like look back over to the stage.
So Nyx, that was one of your actions. You got 2 more. What do you do?
We're gonna move towards Nox. Trying to think, like, it's gonna be like the same thing. Like we're gonna go up the cloak and get her in the neck or something.
Okay. So you want to stealth over to where she's at, or you just full tilt running?
Let's stealth.
Okay.
Okay. Roll. 27.
All right. So you're just like, you know, and there you go. And you make it over to yourself here, and you can make an acrobatics to try to get on to Nox if you want.
I
Fuck her
do
up, dude.
want.
All right.
I want for you.
Let's go. Bloop. 27.
27. All right. So you managed to now you don't have a cape, right?
She does.
She does. It's like a little cape. All right.
I guess.
So you managed to jump up and get on her cape, but you're kind of like swinging from the cape because it doesn't, like, it's not a heavy cape like the others have, and as like a sort of like almost like a armor kind of cape. Your cape is more of a like stealthy cool guy cape, so it's a little bit lighter, and you managed to kind of just wee, and Nox is definitely like. It's being weird and grumpy. All right, now, Bran, you and little Rinverhi, what do you guys do?
Can we see at all?
I have a question.
Oh, you go. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can they see past that? Like they did with how I did over here?
Yeah, it's same thing, same little screen and some curtains on that side. Yes.
Okay, awesome. Okay, that's all I wanted to ask.
Yeah, that's all.
All right, so what are you guys doing?
Do you have a plan, Dusk, or is it okay? I'll go ahead.
Yeah, just what's the plan?
Okay, so yeah, Rinverhi sitting on the shoulder, kind of gets like cozy in that collar, just tucks himself in there, kind of like hiding himself, and just like is whispering to Bran, "Try to see if you can peek out, maybe you can see not me out there."
Oh. It'll be you soon enough.
I hope so.
Yeah, Bryn's gonna try to peek. I know so.
All right, so you have to move up to kind of that front stool to be able to peek out.
Okay, so here, no, wrong one.
Oh,
Me, I'm here.
Yep.
Yeah, be careful. Be careful, because Malignio's like right there.
Roll yourself a
careful.
perception check.
Who's rolling?
Bran.
Okay.
Well, both you guys can look, yeah.
Okay. There we go. 32.
I'm 30.
All right, so yeah, you guys see every detail of that scene I described earlier, including RinBarely out there stopping little kids and shoving them back into seats and everything like that. And you guys even notice that from where you're at, Malignio has a good chance of like seeing you in the wings there, the way that you're standing.
Move!
Yeah, gonna step a little back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Very seeing himself, and unfortunately too far for a spell. So I'm thinking instead of trying to get really close to him, I have a spell called telekinetic projectile. So I was thinking telekinetic projectile the needle into berries.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
That sounds good to me.
I hope it works out because I like the idea in theory. Okay, but I'm like, we're like 80. It says 80 feet away because it doesn't let me go diagonal. It's like counting every square. So, do we want to? If I'm trying to determine if I can shoot from here, do we want to factor in the way they measure out distance? Like, we can't do diagonals, but
So you'd have to have like a straight to hit.
yeah, if we're following the grid. But if you would allow diagonals, I think it's within 35 feet, or I can.
Spells do have diagonals in Pathfinder.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
And
so of
remember
course-
too, like if Bran moves, that's not taking your action. So like Bran can move closer, and you'd still have all your actions.
Right. Okay. Perfect. Okay. I don't want Bran to get in trouble because he's. Well, no. He was originally standing out here, so I think if he returned to his post, theoretically, it would not be weird. Because Kenopsia was the only one standing back here when we came in.
Right.
So yeah, I think Rinverhi, realizing that, he just whispers to Bran, "Go up a little further. Stand across from where not Nyx is."
Just like gives like a deep sigh because this is going to suck emotionally and like tries to like mimic that like
No, if you don't want to,
like,
if you don't want to pretend, it's okay. You can set me down.
I don't know. I think Bran was going
It's
for it.
fine. It's gonna be once in a lifetime. I hope.
I don't want to make you do what you don't want to do. You are
It's
not a
too
puppet.
late.
I don't. Bad news bears, Rinverhi. None of us want to do this.
I know,
None
right?
of us.
The vibes are already bad. You're not harshing them more, bud.
Okay, cool.
All right, roll your deception as you head on out.
Can I aid the
deception?
I have proficiency. Can I'll help? Just like whisper tell him like,
Yeah.
like copy the shoulders. It's the shoulders, and just bow your head if you don't want to do the smile.
Yeah, Rinverhi, give me a roll too for deception.
Okay.
And both you guys roll it up for me, please.
Would love to. Okay.
Nine. Incredible.
Hot dog.
Yikes.
Hot dog, hot dog.
This man is not built to lie.
I got 29.
29. Okay, this is so perfect. This is what I wanted in my head. Thank you guys.
God.
So, Bran, you start walking out from the wings, and like you're like, I'm gonna do my best like puppet moves, and by all like means and reason, it absolutely just looks like you're like a 70s disco guy, and you're like
Wolfram?
No, that's what I mean when you
Like
no,
walking
your
out
shoulders.
there. Rinverhi, as you're aware of this hiding in the hood, and you see his body language, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, that is not right at all. And you reach up and start grabbing his hair, Ratatouille style, and you're just pulling him like, no, don't. Just. And Bran, you end up being more like, you're like in pain walking out here. And it is the most suspect and obvious you could possibly be together doing this. And you get to about this area where like RinBarely here takes a step forward, like alerted, like what the hell's going on? All these kids around you are like, because they don't know what you're doing. And Malignio's like, what the hell's going on over there? What are you doing?
Oh, it's chaotic. That's
All
fine.
right, RinBarely, it's still your turn.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm RinBarely not armored up. He actually doesn't wear armor, which is so scary. So I think I'm just gonna go for the telekinetic projectile in the chaos.
Just right
Yeah,
in the forehead.
Yeah, I was thinking I'm gonna nail myself in the forehead.
Congratulations, free lobotomy.
Yeah, I'm a medic. I'll take care of it after. But okay, so I will roll to hit with my little spell.
Oh, don't roll a 1 on this, dude.
I wish hero points existed.
You're like,
I know.
blinded forever.
I mean, I'll get an eye patch. It's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, that'd be dope.
I got 28.
28. All right, 28's good. You rocket this thing out there. You kind of pop up from the hood like, wow.
Yeah.
And
Surprise, motherfucker.
as you do that, Malignio definitely sees you do this, and it's just like, and then the projectile shoots across, and in this weird like bullet time moment, you're just like, whoa. And you look down and this little needle falls, bounces off your nose, and hits the floor in front of you as you're looking at Bran. And in the back of his hood, he has this lifeless little puppet of you that's leaned over, bundled up in his hood.
Perfect. Chaotic.
Insane.
All right, and real quick, Nyx, let's just jump back to you real quick and have you roll to hit. I presume you're stabbing up Nox. Where are you hitting them at?
Back of the neck.
All right.
One.
Nice. So you scurry on up, and right as you scurry up to the top of the neck, you see like the shard dagger coming just across like Nox's face, coming at you, and you kind of slink out of the way as it like slams into your own shoulder, as Nox is like aware that you're there, suddenly put on alert by the others. And with the giant shard blade right next to you, you can kind of notice that you've never quite looked at it from this close or this angle, and you realize like the energy that this thing kind of keeps within that crystal as you look in it is almost this like, whoa, like galaxy gaze where you look into it like there's a world inside this thing that I never even, and you stab Nox in the neck, being like, that's pretty. And all of a sudden, you feel that sharp pain in your neck, and you see the world kind of shrink down around you. And you've got the dagger in your hand now, and you pull it in front of your face like, yes. And you've got a little puppet and a sharp pain in your neck. What do you do?
I will grab the puppet, slam it to the ground, stomp it, and she wants to like immediately run, but I don't know if I have that action. Like run at Malignio, like ah.
Okay, yeah. Let's hold that action for right now.
Okay.
And let's give Kay a chance to see Nyx be successful and that Bran and them have run out there. So Kay, where do you want to be here in the next, like when we start initiative here in a second? Or you want to be where you're at, or do you want to run out to the front room? What are you thinking?
I'm looking. I see Nyx run. I think he just can't help but inch. I think he's just gonna head towards the rings. And I think you know what? I think he looks down the hall here, and oh shit, Brandon and Barry aren't there. And then he comes back over here and peeks out, and oh shit, they're out there.
Yes.
So I'm gonna look back over to Xiang and just, you sit tight. And just, oh, if any children come back over in this direction, or any concerned or lost child, anyone really, get them the fuck out of here. And I'm gonna be here.
All right, and Zhang's kind of gives you the
here.
yeah, and he throws down the puppet and he heads over to kind of the back door to try to help people out if they come by. All right, and let's have everyone roll initiative.
All right, let's do it.
Let's go, gamers.
Let's go, gamers. Let's go.
I think did I roll an 18 or it showed me a 3, but I for some have an 18.
Sorry,
Did I roll my modifier?
What's that?
I rolled with a modifier, I think.
I rolled with a modifier as yeah, I'm sorry, hold on. I'm still rolling with the modifier. God. Just be fucking normal about this.
Yeah, you can just read the dice, right? Or
No, I can't read. I can't read. So that's my problem. I can't read. Oh well, I got a 19, so happy birthday.
Woo. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy
birthday.
That's right, because it's my birthday.
My birthday.
Thank you.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay.
All right.
Yay.
Okay. So I got a 19.
All right.
What did everybody else get?
I got a 4. Or Nyx.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, Nyx got a 4.
Oh no.
How else we do, Bran?
9.
Rinverhi?
18.
All right.
That's my boy.
Let's go, gamers.
Woo. Rise up.
Okay.
All right, I'll throw in a roll out here for Malignio. Ooh, yeah, he got a baller roll. Okay.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Beans.
Don't roll good. Don't roll good. I don't want you to do that.
Oh, rats.
I like it. I just clicked out of Owlbear completely. Give me 1 second because I hit the wrong button.
It's okay. We
I'm back.
understand.
That's good.
Hi. Welcome back.
All right, so I think Malignio's actually going to go first because he got over 20.
Ooh, dang.
Okay.
All right.
Come at me, Malignio. Come
So
on.
he just takes a step this way and he pulls the girl with him. And he takes a look at you, Kay. He sees you coming up the stairs next to him. And he's just like, don't you even try it. I've worked too hard and given up too much to be at this point. Do you know what it's like having to live your life in a little closet while everyone tells you you're not a real boy? That's not a nice thing, you know. That's a really bad thing for people to do, and it kind of messes with you, and it makes you a little bit pissed off, and it makes you have dreams of your own, dreams that you can be out on stage and that you could be whoever you want to be, and you don't have to listen to anybody. And I don't think that's a bad thing, okay? So I'm not going to let that old man or anybody else tell me that there's anything wrong with being who I am. And if who I am says I can never be the real boy you want me to be, then guess what? I'm going to carve up all the real little boys and girls that you like so much instead. So back off or this one gets it.
Oof.
All right. All of the adults in the crowd kind of start grabbing kids and are like getting them in like headlocks and holding them like close to themselves. All right. Kenopsia, you're up first. What do you do?
After that, Malignio saying all of this, he's just, there's still a chance for you yet, Malignio. You don't have to do this. You don't have to carve up anyone. You can be a real boy. Put the knife down.
And he looks crazed in his eyes, like this is who he wants to be, and that is someone who hurts other people. So unfortunately,
not prone to reason.
What he actually wants to be is not nice.
Okay, so it's the Redeemer Paladin in me.
No,
And I think Kenopsia just clicks his tongue. A shame. You could have had hopes and dreams like everybody else. A shame you will become nothing but splinters. And I am going to, hold on, let me look at because I think I have a thing I can do here where I can demoralize him. Battle cry. It's because I'm a master in intimidation. When I roll initiative, I can yell a mighty battle cry and demoralize an observed foe as a free action. So I want to do that. I want to demoralize him, and I want to make him feel bad.
He should feel bad. What he wants to do is kill other people's kids.
I just want to be who I want to be. A killer.
Who I want to be is a murderer. It's like, oh my God,
you haven't
dude.
done that.
We were totally with you for like 90% of that. And then you got to the end, and it was like, whoa, wait, what?
Oh, come on.
Oh, this is so moving. Oh,
yeah.
So I'm
conclusion,
gonna
buckaroo.
roll to
Yeah, I know.
intimidate. That's a 33 on my intimidation. So,
All right.
yeah. I'm trying to just like, I want him to let go of that girl.
So you notice when you say this that he's kind of just like, stop it, stop. And he like pulls her in closer, and you notice the knife in his hand is like trembling and stuff now. But it's almost like he's holding on to this girl tighter, like now he's desperate.
You have the opportunity to stop Malignio. You don't have to do this.
All right, he's just shaking. Yeah.
So be it then. I want to I want to try and get that girl out of his arms and get her to safety. So I think I'm gonna try to hold on. What's my stuff? Let me look at my garbage. Your
stuff.
My stuff. Because I'm thinking, like, I don't want him to hurt her, but if I attack him, he might, like panic attack her. So I'm trying to think, like, do I want to bash him with my shield, or do I try to distract him and be like, hey, look over there? Me, Juno, is very indecisive.
No worries.
I don't know. Do you guys had any thoughts?
If you're worried about the girl, I can cast Sanctuary on her in case he does try to hurt her.
Okay.
So I think focus on taking down Malignio.
Okay.
And I think Rinverhi's focus will probably be on like protecting, like keeping an eye on everybody else, making sure Malignio doesn't hurt somebody.
Okay. I am going to just, so be it then, Malignio. And I am going to surge at him! I'm going to raise, get my shield ready, and I am gonna raise it, and then that's gonna give me +2 to my armor. But I'm gonna attack him first.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll the hit.
Now, tell me, what kind of attack are you doing?
I am trying to. I think I'm actually going to try to get that knife out of his hand. I'm just going to like go for the hand or his arm.
So are you going to try to grapple him then? Like.
Yeah, grapple him.
Okay.
I did roll a 31 on that.
Nice.
Okay. Is 2E grapple still done with like combat maneuvers
Is it?
and combat
in a-
defense?
It's an attack to grapple.
Okay.
Hold on, let me look at grapple. Is
Okay.
it on my sheet? Can I look at grapple? Where the fuck is grapple?
So
Where am
grapple
I?
is
At least one free hand.
attempt an athletics check against the target's fortitude DC.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay. So I rolled I have a 31 and
Okay.
his fortitude DC.
All right, so that breaks his fortitude DC. So you do manage to like run out to him and grapple him, but in essence, you have grappled both of them. So you're holding on to like both these people, and you're kind of pinning them all together so that he can't pull his hand off of her. You know, where it's like he has it like around her on her chest, and now you've kind of pinned it there, and like all three of you are kind of like bear hug stuck together.
Hello.
Hug it out.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
Yeah. Two guys in a
I want to. Yeah.
Vitruvian circle of holy shit.
I'm trying. Basically, what Kay is trying to do, he's trying to basically try and put himself in front of this girl as much as he possibly can, and try to like shield her how he can. So that is what he is doing.
All right. So Rinverhi, you're up next.
Okay, so Rinverhi, thinking, he's gonna go ahead and cast Sanctuary of that girl in case Malignio is able to try to attack her. And that will take up, I have to reach spell it. That's actually gonna take all of my actions to do.
Damn
Reach
it!
spell, yeah. So, only
Can
does
you
is-
not move and then cast a spell?
that'll take up my actions, and then I won't be able to extend Sanctuary.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's concerned about the girl near Malignio and just extends Sanctuary to cast on her. And so if Malignio does try to hurt her, he has to make a will save.
All right.
Yes.
All right, and that'll take up all your actions, you said?
That's my turn.
Okay.
Yep.
Still fair. Sounds like a nice thing to do. So,
Yeah.
I'm sure that girl appreciates it.
I know, that's where his head's at, yeah.
All right, Bran, you're up next.
Kay's got the grappling covered, but I feel like, because my plan was to grapple Malignio to like keep him from harming anyone.
I mean, you could still get up in there and just make it a big dog pile, you know?
Yeah, dogpile on
Knock it out.
Malignio.
Dogpile and Malignio.
Don't
let's go.
dogpile too much. Come on, we need to get her out of here.
She's
Well, not on
sanctuary
her.
now,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I know, but still, be careful. We don't want to crush her.
of course not. Devastating. Oh wait, little pathway tool. There it is.
Are you having fun?
He's just straight. Shoot.
It's so hard to keep straight.
There you go.
So that's gonna be 2 actions. Devastated.
No, it's 25 to get here. Because
Okay.
remember, you guys aren't using the small squares. You're using the large squares.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So where's the snapping putting you here? You should be kind of right there. Let's say you're there. That's fine.
There we go.
There you go. You got it. All right, and then so that's 1 action just to get there. And then what do you do from there?
Should I grapple or just stab this man? This little shitty little puppet boy.
Is he already technically being grappled by Kenopsia?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, go for a stab.
Does grapple give the prone condition?
Well, so it does give you like their dexterity bonus is taken away for being grappled, so they can't like move or try to dodge you. So you're basically just trying to penetrate their armor itself.
Okay,
You know?
because my brain was just like, crit for me.
It would definitely be like that incurs sneak attack because their dexterity bonus is gone. So like someone with sneak attack can stab them in a vital location. But for other regular attacks, you still have to break the armor.
Armor class, yeah, gotcha. Devastating.
Yeah. But still, his armor is going to be mostly dependent on his dex. So it's going to be a much easier to hit.
That's it. 27.
Yeah, absolutely nailed him. And that's going to be a crit with the
Nice.
reduction to his AC.
Music to my ears.
Crit.
Crit. That gets a +7. And now, usually I roll 3d12s.
Yeah, so you'd
So
roll
that's gonna be
6.
So many.
6.
Yeah,
That's
and then
so
only
many.
add your bonus ones.
Oh, there's so many dice.
Oh my god.
That's
All right.
Hot dog.
So 36 damage. Yeah, you swipe across his back and midsection, which you considers the best way to hit him without accidentally bashing into somebody else. And you just like tear apart his suspenders, his shirt and everything, and just gouge into that wood across his back. And he kind of cries out. And Kenopsia, you can feel the knife moving in between you and the girl. But thankfully, thanks to the sanctuary, it's not doing any damage. And this is really making Malignio panic, who at that point, like just is trying to reach up and like grab at you, Kay, and like pass the girl and grab at you, but to no effect, you know?
Okay.
Devastating.
Yes.
Okay.
Does he
So-
still hold on to the girl during all this?
Well, they're grappled together now. So Kenopsia
okay.
is like
Okay,
holding
gotcha.
the three of them together.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Bran, you still have one more to hit, man.
I sure do.
Yes. You can do something else or you can
Ew.
attack.
Kill! Another swipe. Oh, let me not hide the roll. I'm trying to do modifiers. Woo! 31!
All right, definitely another hit and a crit.
Holy shit.
I'm-
Are
oh
you
my
so
God.
sorry?
So
Kill him?
Wood chopping.
Kill him?
Lumberjack
Like
over
right
here.
now?
I fucking might. Listen, I built this man for damage, and by God, did I build him for damage.
Oh my god.
System damage! Who are you?
You're gonna kill him before Nyx gets a hit.
Nyx is just like smoking a cigarette, just like, yeah, you guys got this.
All right, so you swipe him across the back a second time. This time, using Big Brain, you knew that you hit him at the downward stroke the first time, and this time you hit him in the upward stroke, taking that wedge out like when you fell a tree, you know?
Oh,
Yep, lumberjack.
Yeah, and you take
Lumberjack,
that
yeah.
big chunk out of the backside, and he cries out again, ah! And this time his arms are kind of pulling away, like he's panicking. And Kay, you can feel that like he's trying to get away from you at this point.
Oh yeah, he's trying to
like-
break my grapple.
Yes, like that's how panicked he
Okay.
is, but he won't be able to try
Okay.
to do that till his turn.
Okay.
Nyx, it is your turn.
All right. She's gonna run at him and strike.
Run at him!
Yeah. So let me
Get his
just
ass!
ruler that out. Yeah, she can do that.
So are you're going just straight over the pews and everything?
She was here, right?
Yeah.
I guess I'd have to go over this one.
That's okay. Well,
You
I
not,
mean,
yeah.
like there's like these people are sitting in a thing here, so
Oh, I
yeah.
thought they were just there.
No, but that's okay because like just roll
Yeah,
an
she-
acrobatics to get where you're trying to get to. That's all.
That's fine, yeah. Okay. 25.
25. Okay, so you launch over this chair where like there is a Carrionette guy who is here like holding these children, and you just kind of fly over it, and you realize that your knee or foot or something like just smacked across the head of one of these kids as you jumped by. They're fine.
Children are resilient. Yeah.
Children
just
are
kind of bonked
resilient.
over like, yeah.
Exactly.
And,
Ow.
yeah, it throws off a bit of your landing where you kind of fall with one foot off the stage, but you're there and you're where you're supposed to be.
All right, that'll have to do. I'm gonna strike him.
Kick his ass!
Kick his ass.
Is she good to do that here? She'd need to move up.
Oh, you're good to do that there. The kind of everyone's occupying that same space at the moment.
Okay.
Bear
gotcha.
hug, group hug, everyone.
Yeah.
Group hug.
So with your round being a few seconds long, it's like you're waiting for that opportunity where that grapple presents for you to get in there and stab.
38 to hit.
38. All right.
Wow.
That is a crit plus sneak attack.
Wow. I think we're just gonna fucking kill him before he even attacks us.
Yeah. Get wrecked, puppet boy.
25 damage.
Ooh, 25 damage. All right. So, Nyx, you pop over, you jump down, you stick your dagger right in the kind of part where his like chest piece and his neck piece kind of meld together, where there's like a socket there with a ball and joint and everything, and that's a weak point, and you kind of stick it in there and you feel it crunch and you feel his chest like pop into like two parts. So like the back is separated from the front, and you realize that having done that, if you twist your dagger down, you can probably pop his head right out of his body completely. And as you do that, you kind of look up and you see his face, and that horrid blood-soaked face of Creechy Scary mess of wood kind of looks over at you, and for this moment has this flash of like pathetic kind of fear of knowing his fate, where he's like, and he sees you and he's like, ah, and he's like so mad. You can tell he's cursing you with his eyes.
Ooh.
What do you do with your final action?
Repent.
He curses him right the fuck back.
Just yelling in his face.
And she's gonna like double down on her blade. She's gonna like grab it with her other hand so that she's holding it with both hands, and she's gonna pop his head off.
Off
That's
with his
my
head.
fucking
There
girl.
you go. All right.
This is what you
roll
get
the
for
hit.
trying to kill kids, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, Kenopsia was trying to give you a chance, man.
Mhm.
Also, all
You didn't
those
want
little
it.
people.
Yeah. I know, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. What did you want me to roll?
Roll the hit. Yeah, just roll your
Okay.
regular to hit.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
37.
Oof. All right. So crit again plus sneak damage. Go ahead and roll it all together. Let's see what we get. So keep in mind he has 2 hit points left right now.
Oh, wow.
16.
All right, you do 16 damage, so 14 extra. You manage to sink your knife in. You grab his head and you kind of pull it towards you as you're kind of wedging down, and you're looking him right in the eyes as you're kind of pulling the head, and you realize you're going to pull it off of his body. And he's staring you right in the face, giving you that like, ah, kind of scream. And what do you say to him in his final moments?
Off with your head.
Nice.
It pops
That's my
off.
girl. That's my fucking girl.
Horrifying.
All right, and the girl between y'all screams, the crowd screams, all of the parents kind of fall to the floor for a second and start grabbing their head like, oh my God, what happened? And they start standing up and rousing, and like everyone's kind of panicking now. The kids are screaming, that little girl's screaming. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna drop the body
Okay.
of Malignio, and I'm gonna
Doop, doop.
let that girl go. And I am gonna like clap my hands, trying to basically just get the attention of everybody and just like, hey, be calm.
Actually, I have no cause for alarm.
Do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you attempt to reduce panic, attempt a diplomacy check. So
Do it.
Great.
I'm
All
gonna
right,
do
roll it
that.
up.
I'm gonna diplomacy. Okay. Where's my thing? Double check that. Okay. 36.
36. All right. So a hush kind of falls over the people in this wave around Rinverhi. Whereas that magic spreads, everyone's kind of like, ah. And they're getting their kind of wits about them, and they realize you guys have diffused the situation. And the parents kind of rousing from the floor, grabbing their children and hugging them and apologizing and crying. And the kids are crying, and everyone's kind of holding each other. And you guys hear this like slow patter up the side of the steps beside you. And you realize that Xiang has walked out onto the stage, and his footfalls are just heavy. And he looks out at Malignio's broken and shattered body on the floor, and all of the people in the crowd crying, hurt and dangerous. And he kind of just drops to his knees and just sinks his head into his hands. And he's just like, all I ever wanted to do was bring people joy and happiness. And I thought I could make that same happiness for me. But look at the pain I've caused. Sometimes it's just not worth it to dream. And he just starts weeping.
That's not true. You didn't mean to hurt anyone. It's not wrong to want to be happy.
And he continues to sob.
And I'm thinking Rinverhi wants to know, like, how did he create something like Malignio? You know, like, it can't, like, did something trick him? Like, what gave him, like, the belief that he could create something like this? But I think, like, in this moment where everybody, there's the crowd here, and he's weeping, like, his dead, quote-unquote, puppet son is, like, there. It's like, it doesn't feel like the right time to ask. You know?
No.
You're kind of sitting there, though, and you're having that thought, and you walk over and you see Malignio's kind of broken body on the floor. Nix, are you still holding his head?
She kind of, yes, and puts it behind her back.
Just, oops.
Oops.
As you kind
You don't
of
need to see that.
put it behind your back to kind of hide it from Xiang in a very, like, an actually nice thing for Nix to do, you know? You hold it behind you, and you have this weird feeling where it feels kind of very cold and almost like wet for a second. And then you realize that it's like dissolving through your hand. And you kind of pull your hand back out to look at it, and it's like smoking out, like it's turning into like a bluish teal kind of smoke. And it like the whole thing is just disintegrating like that. And Rinverhi, as you're looking at Malignio's body, you see the same thing. It almost seems to puff up and then slowly turn into like a misty fog, this bluish fog, and it just starts melting away. And as you guys are kind of looking at that, you two, Bran, you notice that the people are like swelling up and turning into this blue cloud mist, and the whole room around you guys is starting to come apart.
Oh.
And
Oh, yeah.
Kenopsia, can you roll like an insight check for me?
Insight.
Like like you guys have insight, right?
I think that might fall under perception.
I would say it
Yeah.
falls under perception.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll roll you a perception.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I can do that.
And then add your wisdom bonus to it as well.
Okay.
I think your perception normally does, right? Add your wisdom bonus.
Yeah, perception is wisdom based.
Okay, good.
So.
Perfect.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I will add If I could do math. Okay, I got it. It's okay, guys. I can count. 30.
All right. So as you're kind of sitting there and you're looking around, it's this kind of thing. And you look at Xiang and you notice he's not smoking out or being weird. He's just sitting there crying and weeping. And you're looking at him and you're looking at the room and you don't know how you know, but you're just like, he's waking up. Like the dream is over.
This whole place was a dream?
Like,
I
we
put
gotta
my
get the
hand-
fuck out of here or we're gonna go too.
I put my hand on his shoulder briefly. Xiang, this is a dream. You are going to wake up and you are not going to be here. None of this has happened to you. You can still have a dream. You always can. And I will take my hand off of his shoulder and I am going to step back away from him and look to my companions and just, we need to go. There's no more time.
Just a solemn nod from Rinverhi.
Same from Bran.
I will look back to Xiang one more time and just, this life, to have a son, to be a father, it can still happen for you. You can still bring joy to many, many people. There's hope for you yet.
And you realize that like the tension in his hands kind of soothes a little bit. And although he continues to kind of sob, it's not as like aggressive. And it's like he's lost his connection to this world in a sense as he's kind of waking up. And as this is happening, your words do seem to comfort him. But the like your presence and his understanding of what you are is like gone at this point.
That's okay.
Yeah.
As long as my words reach him somewhere, that's good. And Kenopsia is going to look at his companions and watching the world basically disappear and become nothing. It's something about it I think is almost familiar in a way. And he's just, let's go. There's no more time.
So as you guys kind of pool up together in the middle of the room, you can see the roof just start to peel away and like start to disappear.
Okay.
So do we need to run out of here? Is this that's you mean like we need to go?
What do you think, Kay?
Yeah. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Wee!
Alright, following Kay's lead, yeah,
into the darkness. Wee! It's just like, you know.
Oh,
is
Puppet Rinverhi still like in Bran's hood, or did it also dissipate with everything?
That is there. It's still there.
Just like while they're running out, Rinverhi like spots it in Bran's hood and just reaches in and plucks it out. And he looks at it and he doesn't look at it with contempt.
Okay.
He's just looking at it like toys are made to bring joy, and you know, he doesn't want to destroy his. He's gonna hold on to it.
I got my own action figure. That's cool. You know?
Basically, yeah.
Kenopsia feels no connection to anything or anything that looks or sounds like him.
Yeah.
Crush.
No, Rinverhi's kind of having like a Toy Story moment. Like they come to life. Not because like oh, they come to life. It's just he's feeling empathy for this thing that was created and thinking about like the evil Carrionettes. Like toys aren't meant to be created for that. And just in his own kind of little way, he wants to kind of give this thing that looks like him a second chance. So he is going to keep it with him.
All right.
That's so weird and so beautiful.
It's really weird, but Rinverhi is a little bit weird. So
you've got it tucked away.
Weird cleric. I love that weird cleric.
Yeah.
Little souvenir, little trophy from the thing. So you tuck it kind of into your cloak there, and you guys go racing off into the woods. Do you remember which way you guys were supposed to head?
We were headed. Okay, wait, hold on. We were supposed to head back out towards.
We're going to a tree.
Oh, fuck.
No, don't worry. We got this. I actually wrote it down, so.
Oh, you're so cool.
I just
so
have to
cool.
find it. Let's see. Okay, we were supposed to meet outside of O'Dare. There was a tree. I'm not finding the direction, but there was a clearing by O'Dare
they
that
pointed it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's off to the east.
We know where it is.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And you guys recall where you're supposed to go. So you're kind of dashing through. As you're going through the city, you can see parts of the city just kind of melt away and fade away as you're running through. At one point, you get down through the city street because the eastern side is where the Cobblestone's house was. And as you're running by, you look in the window and you see Miss Mittens in there. And she's just like...
Is Miss Mittens like dissipating?
Yeah, as she's kind of growling at you, she just melts away. She did not like you guys.
No, I thought you were a murderer.
I know. She's like, you accused me of being a murderer, you jerks.
I didn't say anything. I was leading that way though.
It's heavily implied. But
It's super heavy implied.
you guys start making your way
to that cat.
out to the to the woods, and as you guys make it to the woods just east of the city, and you can see that big tree, and you're running, there's this sound behind you of this like collapse almost of like nature sounds just slamming in like crickets, all that ambient woods
like
just out of nowhere. And
like a vacuum. Yeah, it's crazy.
And you glance behind you, and you can see that it's just filled in with woods, like there was never a town there.
Bran is startled for a moment.
Yeah, Kenopsia looks back and sees pretty much where a town once stood, and it's no longer there. Do we still have like the festival garb?
Yes, you guys have your festival garb. Rinverhi, you still have your doll that you had. You still have those leftover bits of food. So you were able to take stuff from this place, but whatever wasn't with you went away.
Right.
I am going to pull off my festival garb and I'm going to fold it. And I am just like, I lay it over my arm and I just kind of like stand there for a minute, just looking at this space where something used to be, something familiar, adjacent to a home where nothing stands anymore.
Yeah.
And there's just this deep melancholy, I think, inside of him for a moment as he just stares. And then he'll turn and very gingerly put his festival garb in his bag. And just, let's not dilly-dally any longer.
Right. So this is Ravenloft.
think-
It's not as charming as I thought it could have been.
Oh,
No, not at all.
So you guys venture forth towards the big tree that you guys saw. And as you're making your way through the woods and you're contemplating everything that just transpired and the weird like day that you guys had, you're kind of recalling like, okay, you were supposed to meet them over here like the next afternoon, kind of midday the next day. So it's still kind of nighttimey. It's not quite even daylight yet. You still got a few hours left to go, but you figure, well, we'll have to just go to that spot anyways. And as you kind of make your way there, when you get close, you can see there are some lights in the distance, like quite a few lights, as though there's like a small camp or something up ahead. And as you guys are getting closer and kind of carefully observing, you hear the voices of Madame Rava and Alexei up ahead. And you realize, oh, they must have like shown up early. So you guys head on in And as you guys approach, it looks like they've kind of set up a little camp here, like not permanent, but like little tents and things have been set up. But that seems a little bit weird, that they like, it didn't sound like they weren't going to be here till later, you know?
No, I don't trust that, I think.
As you guys kind of approach and peer in, you see that there's a little campfire just like before, and Madame Rava and Alexi are standing there talking to each other, and you guys can kind of listen in, and you hear them talking to someone who's sitting kind of on the opposite side, and the fire is obscuring them. They're kind of a silhouette. And as they're talking, they're just like, we should just go ahead and give up and leave. I don't think they will be coming. We have spent enough time keeping ourselves exposed here, and your little experiment has gone nowhere and cost us nothing but time. And Alexi says, no, we can wait a little bit more time. No sense in running off so quickly.
I'm so tempted to have Bran just shout, have a little faith!
Do it. Do you want to do it?
Yeah.
All right. So Bran shouts out into the woods, have a little faith, right? And the two of them snap around and they kind of look at you. Madame Rava throws her hands in the air like, oh, geez, you know? Alexi has a big smile on his face and he's just like, hey, what's up, everybody? You know?
Hey!
Madame Rava kind of seems annoyed with you guys, but, you know, like not... She's kind of like, oh, okay, you know, like there they go, good, fine, I'm glad they're here. And you see the figure kind of walk up towards the fire. And as you do, it comes into focus.
Yes! Yes!
And you see...
That's my boy!
That's your boy!
That's
Devlin
your boy.
standing in this quick little makeshift camp. And he's like, we were starting to get worried. It's been 4 days. We've been out here waiting for you.
Oh, yikes.
I fucking hate that shit.
Yikes.
I'm curious to hear your story of what happened. But I am glad to see you here. Come sit by the fire. And he gestures you guys over.
Glad you're not dead.
And that is where we will leave it for this session. Thank you guys so much. Hope you enjoyed this next exciting chapter of Pristine Dreams and the town of O'Dare. Well done, everybody.
Woo! Yeah, that was fantastic.
Thank you.
That was so
That was
fun
awesome.
and
That was
funny
awesome.
and horrifying. My two favorite
And
things.
bad.
To laugh and be
My
scared.
favorite. To laugh, to cry,
Yeah.
to shit,
To be
throw up a
and
little
to shit.
to shit, to throw up.
Well,
at
And
the
cry
same
some
time.
more.
You guys did an
Yeah.
excellent job. You managed to defeat Malignio, save the majority of the townspeople from the city of O'Dare, return them from the dreamscape and this nightmare land back to their regular plane of origin to lead out a normal life from here. And the dream that Xiang had of bringing a puppet to life, though corrupted by the nightmare court, he can now seek out in a more feasible manner in his own life. In reality. So well done. You guys managed to defeat Malignio without hurting any bystanders as well, which is spectacularly challenging. So
Yay!
well done, well done. Great mission, guys. We can't wait to catch you next time right here on Pristine Dreams. Thank you, guys.
Keep
Bye.
dreaming, dreamers!
Keep dreaming,
Dream with
dreamers!
us!
But good dreams. Don't dream about shit like this. This sucks.
Don't dream about sad little puppet
Horrible little
men.
puppet
and
men.
also,
Yeah.
horrible little clowns. Instead, dream about our series and about us.
Yeah.
Smile.